Hello friends, my name is Roshni. Today I would like to present about Top Glove Corporation Berhad. Okay, this company was established in 1991 in Malaysia and has since grown from single factory with one glove production line into the world's largest manufacturers of gloves. Actually, it's holding a 26 of world market share of rubber gloves, and they usually deliver gloves to protect lives in every corner of globe with operations in Malaysia, Thailand, Vietnam, China, USA, Germany, and Brazil. Actually, they export to over 200 customers in 195 countries worldwide. Let's look into whistleblowing policy of Top Glove Corporation Berhad. Actually, this company has adopted the whistleblowing policy and procedure in the year of 2010 and updated in the year 2020. To make sure that the objective of the whistleblowing policy and procedure is to consider giving employees, business partners, and members of the public of the platform and mechanism to channel their complaints or information regarding fraud, any wrongdoings, or non-compliance with any rules and procedure by employees or management of the company. In case this issue is raised by any of the persons from Top Glove Corporation Berhad, the Top Glove Prevention and Anti-Corruption Committee and Whistleblowing Committee will investigate them, and when all the whistleblowing cases are received, they will follow up with the case and action, and they will take action and report to BAC on the quarterly basis. And there will be a significant case that will be highlighted to the board for further clarification and then discussion. Moreover, the company has their own email address for whistleblowing that will be reported through email, and the company will protect the whistleblower identity, so they will ensure that internal and external stakeholders keep robust faith in the company. Now let's look into anti-bribery policy. Actually, Top Glove Corporation Berhad has introduced and implemented in 2009 that established its Top Glove Prevention and Anti-Corruption. In short form, they called it as TGPAC. In 2009, where the company introduced corporate integrity in initiating and improvising their integrity and the work cultures in the company. In 2020, they even introduced their corporate integrity, that is tagline HIT. H stands for honesty, I stands for integrity, and then T refers to transparency, where they have implemented their anti-bribery management system, which they also do call ABMS, to encompass the level of the group companies and the factory level. How the anti-bribery policy is applied in Top Glove management, Top Glove Corporation. Actually, the company will also refrain from accepting the personal gift or any form of inducements from supplier or third party to ensure that there is no conflicts of interest from any suppliers or third parties. If the customer is managing, company is managing any contract basis company, the company will be only awarded contracts based on the merit of the case and then obey the purchasing guidelines set by the company, in which the company practices the comparison price to procedure and pay when dealing with suppliers. The company even posted a no gift poster. It's one of the terms that they are using, that visible at the entrance of all business locations except for corporate gifts that have marked in the company's logo, and it has been compulsory to declare by the online system that has been used by the company. The company improvised to TG Gift Declaration online system in the terms of reporting structure of the system that will guarantee its more transparency and accuracy of the report. So all the data taken by the online system will be analyzed and result will be presented for reference and policy improvisation. And also, the company has their training by e-learning method to their employees for integrity and anti-corruption to empower their employees to comply with anti-corruption laws, regulations, and requirements. Next, we look into the board of director of Top Glove Management. Actually, due to time constraint, I am unable to explain this further. So this is the board of structure of board of director, and then the next to board of director table is the diversity within the group, which is based on gender. The next one is the diversity within the group based on ethnicity, and the third table is the diversity within the group by ages. Just roughly look into the board of director. Actually, there is one chairman, which is Tan Sri Dr. Lim Wee Chai, and then there is 4 executive directors, and then there is 7 independent executive director, and then there is only one non-independent executive director, and then there is another 6 members under Top Glove Corporation Berhad. So total is 19. Let's look into governance process of Top Glove management. The board group's vision is to the world-class partner in glove and healthcare product and mission to ensure safe human protection globally, as well as corporate values of respect, integrity, value, and empowerment and relationship. The board and senior management brainstorm desired outcome to be reinforced by the reality checks and action plans. So the EXCO reviews the action plan every 2 months. The board review management's goal to ensure that they are met and aligned with the company's long-term goals. The board evaluate the executive and non-executive director roles during the board away day. So in August 2021, the board approved the FY 2021 group's financial budget and key business unit strategic plans. The board discussed the management FY 2020 goals and strategies and provide feedback. Committee chairs and EXCO report at board meeting. So internal audit helped the BAC review the group's accounting, reporting, and internal control system. So the board risk committee, so-called BRC, helped identify, assess, and monitor key business risks and oversee the group's enterprise risk management framework. So the board nomination and remuneration committee helped the board oversee new nominees to board and board committees, assess the board and board committees performance, oversee the succession planning of directors, board chairman, board committees, and senior management, and reviews the directors and senior management remuneration package. So the BAC oversee the group sustainability strategy and initiative. The board, BAC, and the management create a sustainability charter to implement the group's sustainability. Let's look into the main marketing listing requirement. Board committee revised the terms of reference to comply with main market listing requirements and the Malaysian Code on Corporate Governance 2021. The company engages stakeholders openly. The board emphasized the integrity and ethical values across the group, including financial and non-financial reporting, integrity to ensure there is a reliability. Last but not least, let's look into the sustainability of Top Glove Corporation Berhad. Actually, Top Glove Corporation Berhad released its sustainability policy, and then they covers all these 4 areas on sustainability plus, which is mentioned in our requirement. The company also was developed in a consultation with a varieties of stakeholders that includes the investors, non-governmental organizations, analysis where in addition to be aligning with the sustainable development goals of the United Nations. It also committed in setting a net zero carbon of environmental sustainability that was targeted in the year of 2025, which is in real soon, and they aim to achieve 70% traceability to plantations of the natural rubber sourcing that helps in the environmental parts. And then Top Glove notches another first within the inclusion in the SP, which is Sustainability Policy Global Sustainability Yearbook, to ensure that the company is aware of the sustainability company on all perspectives such as environmental, social, governance, and traceability. And the last point is the ESG World is one of the digital platform that is regularly updated with a comprehensive and accessible data where all the Top Glove sustainability strategies can be accessed. Moreover, the Top Glove is one of the among global leaders in 2022 Bloomberg Gender that had an equal index. That's all from me presenting about the Top Glove Corporation Berhad. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum, Doctor. My name is Muhammad Abdi. I'm from Group 5, Corporate Governance. My part will cover on one of the largest private hospital in Malaysia, KBG Healthcare. So KBG is one of the leading private healthcare providers in Malaysia, with a network of hospitals, medical centers, and clinics across the country. The KBG mission is to provide quality healthcare service to its patient with compassion and professionalism. They pay for their pension for kindness and professionalism service. So KBG was founded or establishment in 1981 as a joint venture between Johor Corporation and Minister of Health Malaysia. KBG beginning with the establishment for its first hospital in Johor, specialist in Johor Bahru. So since the KBG Healthcare has expanded its network or to connect it to include 28 hospitals and medical centers with over 4,000 beds in total. So KBG also integrated or joined a network consists of more than 28 hospitals, specialist hospitals located throughout the nation. So currently KBG has two hospitals in Indonesia. The both other one is one of in Bangkok, the other one in Bangladesh. So next slide. So now we are on with the Bedouin policy based on KPG healthcare per heart. Before we go, mainly we have what are the main variables of the Wesley Bedouin policy. The main variables is to create a culture of transparency, accountability, and integrity within any organizations. So Wesley Bedouin policy based on KPG per heart is a lending and private healthcare provided in Malaysia, operating a network of hospitals and medical centers across the countries. As a responsible and ethical organization, KPG has a whistleblowing policy in a place to enable its employee and stakeholders to report any misconduct or any unprofessional behavior or fraud or illegal activities within the organizations without fear of retaliation. So, however, the group dedication to promoting the highest level of governance, ethics, and integrity in all phases of business. KBG Healthcare had extensive whistleblowing policies which in place. The policies also include, among other things, the three third report channel that includes the managing director, the chairman audit committee, and the chairman of the board to assist with the activity under a virus of potential conditions. So mostly with the following policies I mentioned is in our report. So I will go to the next slide. So now we are in board of directors. The board of as we now board of directors is one of the important for every companies to have of a board of directors. So the present size and composition is made up professionals with a wide range of knowledge and experience in business operations and finance. So therefore, all relevant to the direction of a large expanding the group. The profile of all board members comprising of the qualification experience, and they are also disclosed at board profile sections to the integrated report. So, however, the independent non-executive directors do not engage or do not help in any business deadline or day-to-day management of the companies. So all independent non-executive directors are qualified professionals in their respective field. So they are legal, accounting, and business management. So also all the directors have equal oversight responsibilities for the group. The role of these independent non-executive directors is particularly important to ensure that all business strategies proposed by the management are independently duplicated, so they also take it into the account as a long-term interest. So they also only shareholders, but but employees, customer and suppliers, and many communities which in the group operates. So mostly in this part of board of directors, I mentioned it already in my report for board of directors of KPG. So I will go to the next slide. In this slide, I'm going to talk about sustainability. As we know, sustainability involves making decision to balance needs of people, planet, and profit. Also, sustainability includes the effort to reduce waste and population. So sustainability, the board believes that developing sustainable business practice is not only critical to the future of the group, but also it is profit or benefit of the future generation. So sustainability means balancing economic, environment, and social aspect in operating competitive and ethical business through good practice and policy. So, however, which are applied to all stakeholders, the group's commitment to the evolving economic environment and social disclosure in the sustainability report. So, in this line, sustainability encourage a green environment. So, green environment of all board committee meeting. The directors will be able to access the meat materials. They also, the board and management continue to make a sustainability a key priority in the line with the Malaysian corporate governance guidelines and expectations. So I will conclude. I would like to conclude my presentation. I will pass to my teammate. So that's all my side. Thank you, Doctor.
Okay, now we will see about Supermax Corporation Berhad. This presentation is based on Supermax Corporation Berhad's annual report 2022. Okay, we will start with the introduction of Supermax Corporation Berhad. Supermax Corporation Berhad is a world-class latex glove group listed on the principal board of Bursa Malaysia Securities Berhad, and it is also the world's leading manufacturer, marketer, and distributor of high-quality medical gloves. Supermax currently sells to over 160 countries in the America, Europe, Middle East, Asia, and South Pacific. As a manufacturer of its own brand, Supermax has created a number of successful brands that are recognized and by laboratories, hospitals, pharmacies, doctors, surgeons, and those medical companies around the world. The Supermax Group manufactures up to 24 billion gloves each year, covering approximately 12% of the global demand of latex examination gloves. Supermax has 11 manufacturing facilities in Malaysia. All are equipped with the latest technology, energy-saving biomass system, and R&D centers. That means all is recognizable. And next, we will go to the main point of our PowerPoint. Okay, whistleblowing policy. Supermax Group's whistleblowing policy aims to protect the integrity, transparency, fairness, and accountability of Supermax Group's corporate activities. Okay, the whistleblowing policy establishes a structured reporting channel to notify all employees and external parties who wish to disclose misconduct without fear of reprisal. A whistleblower's job is to report. They are not fact finders or investigators, nor do they access necessary corrective actions or corrective actions. When reporting misconduct by company employees, the company assumes that whistleblowers will act in good faith and will not make false allegations. The audit committee can then hire independent attorneys to investigate the report. These attorneys review the reports and present their findings to the audit committee in accordance with our whistleblowing policy. Next is about anti-bribery and anti-corruption policy. Supermax Group is committed to conducting business and operation in an honest and ethical manner and complying with all the applicable laws and regulations to control and prevent bribery and corruption. The group does not and does condo condone bribery and corruption, which are criminal and punishable acts. To achieve their goal of eliminating bribery and corruption, the group is conducted to put in place and implementing appropriate systems and processes, including work with employees, stakeholders, and other stakeholders to promote and reinforce a culture and mindset that is which is free of bribery and corruption. Second is require employees to sign an agreement to the group policy, including the anti-bribery and anti-corruption policy. The last one is encourage employees to report concerns through the whistleblowing mechanism established by the group. Okay, next is about board of directors. Okay, and the board of directors is followed by chairman and 2 executive director, 3 non-executive director. Okay, the current ratio of outside director is 50%. Nonetheless, Supermax met its MMLR criteria of at least one-third of the board being composed of its INET. Supermax's current size and composition comprises professionals with diverse knowledge and expertise in economics, operation, and finance, all of which are critical to allogging our large and growing group. There are no directors with conflicts in interest in the company. Moreover, no directors have been convicted of non-traffic offences in the last 10 years of the company's journey. The role of these independent non-executive directors in Supermax are to ensure that all business strategies proposed by management are in line with not only shareholders but also shareholders, employees, customers, suppliers, and the many communities in which the group operates. Okay, next will be governance processes. The roles and responsibilities of board of directors have been already explained previously. Okay, based on these governance processes, directors must individually demonstrate care, skill, and diligence. They should not misuse their position of company information. They should invest the time necessary to effectively perform their role as a director. Regarding to the education and training of directors, apart from the mandatory certification program mandated in the Bursa Malaysia, directors are committed to improving their knowledge and skill through appropriate continuing education programs and lifelong learning. This enables directors to perform their duties effectively and participate actively in the board of meetings. The board should continuously review and determine the training needs of these directors. Last one is sustainability. Okay, structures and processes should be in place to ensure that decisions and actions are taken in the best interest of stakeholders. On board of director has ultimate responsibility for ensuring that sustainability is embedded in the development of the Supermax Group's strategic direction and integrated into their day-to-day operations. The committee develops and implements sustainability plans across all operations, collaborating with other departments as appropriately. The board of directors analyzes and evaluates the strategic direction necessary to achieve the company's long-term sustainability growth. Sustainability materiality includes issues that could have a material financial impact on their business and affect their ability to meet current and future requirements. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ramadan Mubarak, Doctor. So we are group 5. We are going to present our project. So let me start my part. So let's start my first company. So Pharmanica is Malaysia's largest integrated pharmaceutical group. Secondly, is involved in R&D, manufacturing and distribution, sales and retail pharmacy. The listed on Bursa Securities second port in 1990s and Bursa main port in 2003. Approved share capital of 300 million issued and paid off the share capital of 106 million. As well, it has wholly owned subsidiary PLSP that distributes the medical supplies to government and hospitals. Secondly, extend the acquisition for 10 years beginning December 2009. The manufacture of sales and market pharmaceutical product in Indonesia. As well, they provide clinical laboratory testing, laboratory related and surface, and its solution and system support. Next slide. Western diplomatic policy. The board developed, evaluate, implement Western policies and practice. The Western policy was last reviewed on February 20, 2020. The primary objective of the policy is to provide the point of escalation and reporting suspected wrongdoing without fear retaliation. The policy fosters environment and integrity and ethical conduct and guidelines and provided for disclosing and investing misconduct. And consent can be raised without fear and victimization and retaliation and discrimination as well or disadvantage. The policy is regularly reviewed to stay up to date. Lastly, alert options are available on the group website. Next slide. Anti-bribery policy. The company has code of morals and conduct that sets ethical standards and expectations for employees. Secondly, the board works to establish and cultural ethics throughout the organization. Third, the code covers areas such as conducting trade ethically and complying with the laws and providing quality products, protecting assets and information, retaining accurate record and respecting others. Fourth, all employees are required to acknowledge and comply with the code. The point of reviews and the code periodically to ensure that remains up to date. Lastly, the intelligence unit was created in 2018, handle administration compliance, verification and improvement, intelligence. It is support the board and the top management. The next slide is the board of directors. So here we have three charts. The first sheet we can see the groups such as chairman, the directors of the company. The first one, the chairman, group managing director, executive director, and non-independent non-executive director. As well, the second sheet you can see the auditor committee, as well as sustainability committee, the board of risks you can see as well. The last sheet is the board diversity, like the male and female. So 38% are female, 62% are male. The next slide is the governance process. You can see here nominating and remuneration committees, the board of directors, sustainability committee, audit committee, the board tenders committee, as well the board risk management committee, as well the group management direction, as well the risk management work, the community, as well the head of internal audit. Okay, so let's go to find the next slide. The, the last one is sustainability. The board administration lead to company sustainability effort, set the goals and targets. Next, senior management drives sustainability strategy and integrates into company operations. The Sustainability Committee and Management Sustainability Committee oversees ESG issues. The company communicates sustainability strategy and internal and external stakeholders. The board ensures that understanding sustainability concerns include the climate-related risks and opportunities. The company has implemented sustainability measures in line with its corporate objectives and philosophy. As well, the board and senior management performance evaluation include assessment of their handling forbidden sustainability risks and opportunities. Lastly, a manager has been appointed to lead the company sustainability efforts. That's all my part.